amongst destiny's throes. Which is the right path that I value more? My tinkerer's tools or my magical form? In the danger, don't know what comes next. Weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown. Tracker of wolf folk, cursed with a plight, to embrace the darkness or chase the moonlight. Loyalty binds me to all I hold dear. Eager to help, I'll embrace every fear. In the danger, don't know what comes next. Weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown. Bound to ceramic, a ghost of what was. I yearn for the path to break free from my curse. Brave in the face of all my hidden strife. Forward I journey to seek a new life. In the danger, don't know what comes next. Weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown. Trained to be loyal to colony's call, yet torn by desire to be something more. Only in combat these bonds we renew. Together we journey steadfast and true. In the danger, don't know what comes next. Weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 32. I am only just now realizing that I numbered this game wrong in the Roll20. Not that anybody else can ever see that except for me and the players, but no, my shame. This is episode 32 of Silver Shadows Trail of Echoes. Couple things to announce, obviously. So, this is the finale weekend of this arc. We have this game. We have tomorrow, this game obviously starting at normal time. Tomorrow is starting at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time because Iskra has a hard out and we want to, we need her in the game. And then Saturday, normal time. On Sunday, we are starting an hour earlier, at, again, 4 p.m. And that game is likely going to go a little bit longer. Not like some insane length, but expect it to go from 4 to 9. There'll probably be a small break in the middle of it. We are going to start by playing The Quiet Year, and then we are going to move into Quest. That is where we are, building to. So we've got some new hats. We got the spaghetti, we got the pompadour, we got the spa day. I should be looking right at them, but I'm not. The mushroom and Reedy's crown. And so for September to October, in September and October. That arc, the last arc that we will do main character energy for. That is going to be the spooky arc. So we have a card that is spooky character energy. That is how one person is going to get it. 2 people, we will have them up for sale on right now. They are available for purchase right now. And then you can be in it. We have 2 of those slots. And we are going to pick the 4th ourselves, the same way that we've been picking 2 people for every mini arc. And there's a Dry Docks card up. And I think that's all the card stuff I have to say.
Also, just as like a little side thing, Streamloots is doing another one of their like eventy deals. So when you like buy and play cards, I think you build tickets. There's something to it. It's called like Summerfest. Not 100% positive that it's up. Yeah, I didn't know it is up. As of today, we're probably gonna miss most of it because it will be during our break. But we'll get a little bit of it now and a little bit at the end. So when you get them, you get, I don't know, entries to win stuff. I think it's like, streaming equipment, computer stuff, that kind of deal. But I do believe there are new powers. The things that pop up when you guys play your cards that you can pick. I think there are some new ones of those included in that, probably.
I hit the wrong button, but alright. Neat. Where? Alright, time to introduce the players. Oh, and also if you read the description of the game and was like, hey, these guys get to go to Obcitian and deal with vampires, that was on me. I forgot I had changed that description. I thought I had changed the description, and I was wrong. Alright, so we have Tess playing Hazel.
Hello.
We got Warlord playing Isaac.
Good evening.
We got Stone Ghost playing Cat.
Hello.
And we got Linear playing Vulpa.
Hello.
So Peanut, much like he's been doing all arc, calls all 4 of you into his office, and based on the way that the games went lately, he is very nice looking. His hair is well done, nice and curly. He doesn't have bags under his eyes. His you notice his like claws are really well done. He got his nails did. And he's just like, he looks at you for, he's like, excellent, thank you for coming. So as you know, and he's standing on his desk as a cat, so all 4s, just walking back and forth. And he's just like, so, we have information that a large magical swelling is according to Soki, Vatna, Kay, and Katori, that there will be a large amount of magic in Dry Docks. And he's like, paces back and forth. He's like, this is strange for multiple reasons, as according to Cass and our information, Dry Docks is not a magical place. Say, as much as Folksong or even parts of Dendroid have magic, but Dry Docks, as a place, has long been considered, and it's just a more mundane town. So we need to, but we know the corruption is on the way. So we need to send a group there. Cat, Hazel, being as you work directly under Arcana, I was hoping that you could try to play politic, if you will. Explain the situation to them. Ask if they need any help, and then when invariably the monster does show its head, we destroy it, come home. But also, this is just a small request. We need to figure out the location of what is all of a sudden so magical in dry docks? And like, he passes out little like plushy, like they're basically stitched penguins. They're about the size of like a stress ball. He's like, these are your corruption detectors. And like all four of them all at once are just like detecting cat.
Found it.
Well, that's handy. I won't get lost now.
Like Peanut just like holds his and just kind of like waves it at cat. I don't know if we ever decided like how this thing like tells us, you know what I mean? Like, do the eyes glow? Does it make a sound? Does a little Patagon plushie like whistle? Does it does it have a cord on the back that you have to pull out and it's like head turns? Like, does it wiggle? Is it like a DualShock situation?
It's like you wave it over, it's like wah, 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 wah. Yeah, I don't know.
Is it like the weird penguin things from Mirror Mask? Make those noises? Nobody knows that. That's just me.
Oh god.
Danny DeVito penguin noises.
Yeah. Pen wings.
Angry penguin noises. Like when the corruption is close, it makes angry penguin noises. But how do we know that? Like it's just like because we also know it detects three things. It detects magic, it detects corruption, and it detects anomalies.
It has 3 different colors.
Oh, it changes colors, but the noise is the same.
Yeah, like a kind of like a mood ring where it's like, okay, this is the mood it's sensing, so it's one color for that. And
I fully
then
support this.
that way we can tell the difference.
And also, like, so I'm not 100% sure why. Oh no, it's because I kind of wanted it to be covert. Is the reason that it is like a plushie and not a huge thing, or not like a tool. I
Oh, she
think
wants it to be covert?
yeah, they're it's like
So it has to be like a toy. Like it
yeah,
has
it
to
looks like a
actually.
toy.
Okay, so it needs to. It's gonna do a little flappy penguin dance when it's magic, and then it'll make a hungry noise when it senses corruption.
Tess, I don't want to put you on the spot or anything, but you're gonna have to make a hungry penguin noise. You realize this?
Sure.
I don't have documentation of what this sounds like.
As an aside, are we making a Furby?
Yeah, it's a Furby.
It's
Or you could make
it's
it
a
worse. It could
knit
be the
Furby.
rip-off Chattermax from Bluey that where it's like and it's just dancing around all the time.
Ridiculous. Okay, okay. Now that the important part of the game is done and we've decided like what this works, that right there, and Peanut's just like that might make figuring out where the corruption is and how long we have until it shows up a little bit difficult. Like as every time it waves past Cat's arm, like it doesn't was it a hungry penguin noise with corruption or was that with like anomalies?
We can do something a little more subtle for the anomalies, but like anomalies would be probably the alert, more of alert, because anomalies are going to be kind of weird. Corruption could be something more subtle, or maybe it does a flap, like the penguin flap on the sides. How the emperor penguins like flap on their sides and they kind of just crow a little bit, but that's it. They don't really make too much noise. It's that flapping dance. fancy.
Absolutely. The mushroom hat is also really nice. I just want to mention that. It's really good. Look at it. What? And it's just like Peanut looks over at Isaac and he's just like, have you, in your studies of the and like of our new world, have you learned anything about the history of dry docks? Do you have any clue of what the form of this creature is going to take? For the record, and like in case you missed the episodes where we did it, Isaac, the not anomalies, the corruption will take form as to things nearby in that area. Like we saw ships there last time we were there because it was a shrimp graveyard. Not what I was trying to say. Ship graveyard. And then also everywhere we've been, it just takes on forms of what's already there. So, are there any legends that you have heard? You know. So, this is Dry Dock. The creature is anywhere in this desert right now, but eventually we know it will head for Dry Dock.
Okay. So, in my studies of the area, there's a lot of different potentials for what the creature could end up looking like. It could be some amalgamation of a cowboy or a pirate or just some combination of a massive, strange creature ranging from different types of eras that have amassed through that time frame.
What kind of creatures could we expect?
Do you remember Cactus Jack? There's a chance that it might take the form of something similar to him. You know,
Cactus monster.
yeah, it could be a giant cactus monster. It could very well be just a giant walking, quote unquote, mech of a pirate ship. It could vary. Honestly, wherever we find it at, it will likely take influence from where it is immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, this fire alarm, not fire alarm, it's a fire truck just flying past. So, then he looks over to Vulpa, and he's just like, Vulpa, I don't want to seem forward, like, or presumptuous. But something tells me you might know a thing or two about the usefulness of dishonesty.
Well, first off, that's a little racist, but yes.
Now he's just like, Peanut just curtently like flipping through his head. He's just like, alright, which part of that was racist?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I haven't really met a truthful fox before, but
It's like, should I assume Rosie's a liar? No, not Rosie. Never Rosie. Skinnaman wouldn't lie to me, would he?
oh, different kind of fox.
When last we went to Dry Docks, we left it in the hands of some people. Some people of wavering morality. It's just like, if you could, just check into that for us. Not, obviously do not overstep. We have no, like, law there. But take note if you could. And he like looks at Kat and Hazel as well. It's just like, find out everything you can. We have reason to believe that a future problem could come from that direction. And for once, well, twice at this point, we would like to be a step ahead.
Well, I'll see what I can find.
That would be greatly appreciated. Are there any questions before you go off?
I don't think so.
You are on official Lockstitch business and this one. Like, we have a good setting. We are in good standing with Dry Docks. Not trying to like start anything, but do make sure we're not in bed with. We don't want Channel 6 to make us look worse than we already do. You guys just good to go off?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know what prep we have in mind, but yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Like,
Hmm.
Peanut's just like, before you go, we do know the current sheriff of the town is named Alara. Now, we're on good terms with her, like we said before, but we have reason to believe that she might be part of the Storm's crew, or has been part of the Storm's crew in the past. We are also on pretty okay terms with the Storm right now. Let's try not to ruin everything today. And yeah, off we go. How are we getting there?
Well, we can take some cool floaty boats, or I can provide some dirt bikes.
That is where the Oh, I guess it would be like this way if you guys were gonna drive. Whee!
Oh, we're not gonna drive straight into the mountain?
It suddenly occurred to me that that was a bad idea.
I mean, we just gotta build a big ramp first.
You guys, I'm sorry, I have kind of forgotten. You guys could also, if you wanted to, and this is always an option for everybody, we have catapults that could launch you there and you could take kites down.
I forgot about those.
Just letting you guys know that we have those. Could they launch dirt bikes as well? I don't see why not.
I need some frequent flyer miles.
Yeah, that sounds kind of fun.
These people are okay with, like, people
Is that
being
a-
launched at them through trebuchets, right?
It's like, right? Catapulting dirt bikes. I don't see anything that could go possibly wrong with it.
By the way, how do you ride said dirt bike?
You've seen the motorcycles people float or drive around with, right? Just like that. Just it's made for dirt, not the road.
But we're gonna be in the air. Should we have an air bike?
I haven't made any of those.
Just attach a big glider to the bike. You'll
Is
be
there enough?
fine.
Is there enough room in the trebuchet ball to carry a large kite that
Are
can
we gonna like Mario
handle
Kart this?
that can handle the bike?
You know what? I don't see why there wouldn't be. Like, if they can fit, like, if we can put Clovis in it and he's 10 feet tall, I think we could put collapsible kites in there.
That sounds fun to me.
You know what? Absolutely. How many engineers are in the chat right now? Like, characters that we would consider engineers. If you could consider yourself an engineer and you can you do the wrench emote for me? Like anybody in chat. That wrench, like the coal emote, is what I was saying. But like, yeah,
This is gonna be interesting.
it's gonna be interesting.
Every day we drift closer to Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
Where's our Rainbow Road located?
I actually know where our Rainbow Road is located.
I have a card. We can get this information. No, I'm just...
There are so many ways I could just answer that question and be honest each different way. So, I do see Flynn in the chat, and I do see Pim in the chat. Like, they are trying to Mario Kart this, Flynn. Let me catch you up real quick. To get to dry docks, they have decided to not just use Soki's catapults, but they're going to use Soki's catapults to catapult Cat's bikes. But instead of just parachuting down or something, we're going to kite down. And we are going to try to, make sure I got this right. We're going to try to connect collapsible kites to the motorcycles just henceforth. Or do you make a model that has it? Catapult.
God damn it.
Okay, Cat, you get 3d20.
All right.
The first one is yours. The second one is Pim. The third one is Flynn. But we're taking the highest.
Wow, the
Jesus.
I'm so bad at this
God.
game. I'm so
God
bad.
damn.
So it turns out Mario Karting is really not a good idea.
I hope that.
Are you just
goes...
ass at Mario Kart?
Wow.
I thought I was okay.
Okay, what went wrong? Why can't you... Warbletinger, look. Absolutely, you get one of them in there and just fucks it all up.
Let's see. if something's gonna go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone's bike is not gonna fly over
You
the mountain
aren't
range.
adventurous enough for this.
So
I was
nobody
going to
will. Oh, go ahead.
either
Right.
they weigh too much, or the
Kites don't
mounting
pop.
the kites don't pop out, or the mounting positions, there are no suitable mounting positions.
Like, it's so because nobody rolled a 1. A 1, I would have never told you guys. Like, it would have. You guys would have had just role play without it going wrong. Like, you would have thought everything went well, and then the kites wouldn't have worked.
Oh, fastest game ever.
Just like it's just a crash land and figure it out. But okay. All right. So I think what is going to happen is you cannot figure out how to retract the kites once they come out.
Uh,
So you can do this. You can have them like for this game. But if you're driving them and say you roll low and a gust of wind comes, just know that that is what I'm going to do.
It's a good thing there's no sandstorms around.
Right? It's a good thing that there's no sandstorms.
It's a good thing there's no sandstorms.
So you do know that this is a problem though, Kat. I will you understand that this will be an issue going in. Do you still take the motorcycles?
hmm. Does anybody else have any I'll explain to the other people and ask their opinion. So we do have an issue that the kites will not retract once we land, and a gust of wind could just carry one of us away.
Question:
Shoot.
can't I just break the kite off once we land?
Hmm. Technically, I suppose that could be an option, assuming we don't over-engineer it.
It's like if we can dismantle it, that might be a possibility, or you just tear the kite.
Well, I mean, the bright side is I didn't know how to ride a bike in the first place, so this isn't really affecting my abilities.
Just pedal really fast.
Just get on and hope for the best.
No, they're not. They're motorized. I'm gonna have to redesign them when we get back if we're gonna use them. Do we wear flight suits?
Do we wear flights? No. No.
Technically a flying squirrel, so I don't
Well,
need a
actually,
flight
so
suit.
if it doesn't, if we can't put it back, that's fine because we'll need it on the way to get back.
Are you suggesting that the way we get back is by flying back?
Well, I mean, there's a mountain. We just drive to the top of the mountain and then jump off the mountain.
Glide off.
You know what?
Or we could make a trebuchet there.
This is when
Wait.
we're gonna find out there's like a freaking cave we can go through.
It's like base jumping with motorcycles off the top of a mountain. Sounds much cooler than
This is
I-
where we do
go ahead.
this and then land, and then it turns out, yeah, there was a tunnel we could have just gone through. 'cause
Yeah,
it's tight.
exactly.
When you all say that out loud, there is there's a moment of like silver light generating in this room and like pulsing outwards. I think literally everybody feels it. That is a thing like the camera would see. Like that is like you guys don't actually see that, but you feel it. You feel the sense of adventure that absolutely the way to get back is to drive off the sand falls. Of course, 100%. It's like it's a mountain that's right there. If like let and Peanut's just like looking at the map with you all. And like it's like, all right, Cat. So if we no wait, need the other one. He pulls up this map and then he realizes he needs the world map. He's like, this is a much straighter shot than I was expecting.
I mean, people thought I was crazy when I suggested we just jump off the waterfall to get to Tirloa. And look how that worked out pretty well. Why not just do that again?
Just think about it. How much time we would save if we had just a delivery system. We could sell this to Holt. Like we could help Holt out. Really help things along. If we could launch and get all the way up into the seas, like anything is like, Cat, how big do you think we could make this kite? He's like, you just see him pull out blueprints of the submarine.
That
It's
would
like,
be expensive, but
it's just
and
like when
time consuming, but I could see it.
when Royce returns from the path, we'll have to ask him about. It's like, but anyway, today's mission. Let's absolutely.
All right.
And yeah, you guys definitely see Peanut playing with the rosary of coins with a little with a gecko tail, a golden gecko tail at the end. Like a medallion.
Nice. All right. Well, in that case, let's trebuchet some bikes.
Absolutely. This is 1d4 for each of you because of how badly the making the kite thing went. I would have given you guys 2d4 for the sheer amount of adventure that you're on. But that's some shoddy craftsmanship right there, guys. It's like I feel like this is just fucking duct tape and spit.
Duct tape is all purpose, though.
Good start.
Oh no! Did I say 1d?
You
4?
did say
I'm so
1d4.
sorry. I'm at 1d20. My bad.
Hey, I got a
I don't know
second
why.
chance.
I was honestly like, we have a 25% chance to fail.
Ow.
Okay, the 5 wasn't great. The 11's okay. 17 saves us pretty good. Did you roll, Tess?
No, I have not rolled yet.
All right. So, Cat, you did fine. You managed to you handle it. It's a little turbulent, but you're just fine. Linear and Tess, you two are doing just great. How do we save Isaac as he's plummeting towards the Echo?
I'm just gonna scream, pull up! Just as loud as I can.
So are we talking like he's tumbling out of control or just...
Yeah. Actually, Isaac, you tell us. You are falling out of the sky. What's going wrong?
Like you said, duct tape and spit. So for Isaac's one, as soon as it deploys, it just falls apart.
I get to use my favorite tokens again.
Also, this is the worst time for this, but I'll be right back. Maybe like 5 minutes, small emergency.
Oh no, small emergency. Okay, you guys have noticed Isaac is unconscious.
You asked how we saved him. We didn't.
Ah. Do you think Featherhook might work for that?
I think Featherhook is a great idea for that.
I'm going to use Featherhook to try and hook that to Isaac to slow the descent.
Yeah, you know what? Give me 2d20. That just sounds great. Absolutely that 18, for sure. What's it look like? And also you guys should be able to move the little motorcycle things now, I'm pretty sure.
Alright, it says firing a grappling hook is the ability. So I'm going to basically fire the grappling hook at the motorcycle that Isaac's on. And then the feather hook is going to start doing its thing and lifting up to slow him down.
Absolutely. I think, Kat, with that 18, with that cool idea, I think you figured out. Do you want to install feather hooks in our motorcycles?
Oh, that would come in handy.
I think I like almost like a tow line, like if we have just like, because we keep seeing these things in the desert, like. I also
Because I'm
just
going to
thinking
ask if
like,
you had a
strange
grapple
reason.
ability, because that's the only thing I could have thought of too. So
Yeah. Featherhook sounds like it'd be a handy addition to these. We'd use it for plenty of things.
absolutely, just back there, like Akana like begins rigging them up. All right, so I think we all landed about here. Give me a second, I'll change the map. I suddenly realized the problem with the fact that I use the same I've been just using the same game and copy and pasting just in case I have to use any of the older maps, but it makes me have to go too far back, so I have to like put you guys on other screens that I don't want to. It's a dumb thing. Okay, so we landed right where you guys' tokens are, even though you're much smaller than that, but Vulpa, because you're the one that had the best landing. When you pull out the Patagon plushie, the corruption detector, um, where is it telling you, other than Cat, the corruption is coming from? And you can pick anywhere on this map if you want to.
I feel like. I'm kind of feeling like that clam.
The clam? Absolutely. Alright. So in the distance, you all just like, it's also, you see a sandstorm kicking up. Like, so you see a huge wall of sand and like in the air, just cactuses and mini tornadoes. and then you hear like a huge slamming that sounds so loud it might as well be thunder, like coming from that direction. Like in Vulpa, we know that that is a giant corrupted clam slamming its shell shut so hard that it shakes this side of the world. And still, the most magical thing on this side and growing in magic is in dry docks. So we know that that creature is going to be heading there. You guys can go out and fight it right now if you want to. But we want to feed it more magic to make it as strong as we can. That is the Ark's goal. But your goal can just be go kill it right now. That's a sentence I just read, everybody. Cat got stuck under a couch frame. Back in a bit. I feel this pain. No, cat. This cat in game somehow got stuck under a couch frame. No, he rolled an 18.
Cat's just under.
That is the commission art. That is the art I need to commission now. Just cat stuck under a couch frame.
That would be a bad day.
So realistically, the best thing for us to do would probably go to dry docks and make it more magical.
Yeah, as long as you're confident in taking out the monster, like you are luring it into a populated place. Or letting it get closer, but you know. You do all feel a ridiculous sense of adventure after landing on those motorcycles, by the way.
Go ahead. I kind of feel like we can do anything. Let's just make this. Let's make it as big as we can.
So find the source versus fight the giant ass clam that we could make into a clam bake.
I mean,
I'm good either way.
you would just be making this clam bigger, is all. Like, yeah. I get you. All right. First I have to copy all the motorcycles now, as it was silly of me to just not automatically put them in all of the scenes. I realize that now.
I say find the source, get it out of dry dock. If it's something we can move, lure it away from the people, and try to get rid of the threat at the same time if possible, but depends on what we find. Like, is it even feasible to move it from dry dock?
Yeah, I mean, it could just be dry dock as well.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know because it might be futile.
That's one way to find out.
Mm-hmm. That absolutely. Yes, that's exactly what I want you guys to do. I like it when you guys just do what I want you to do. It's very handy.
Would you think that sheriff might know if something magical was brought in? Because it wasn't like this before.
It's possible. You could always ask. Doesn't hurt to ask and see if they've realized anything weird happening besides just the magical presence. There could be other effects going on that they're not sure about themselves.
So yeah, you guys followed the magic detector up into dry docks, and this is what dry docks more or less looks like. It is just ships on top of ships that have been here forever. And like, but they are, it is almost impossible to get it to be exactly like how I want it to. It's more Southern Belle than anything ever shows it as. Like, it is, the ships are painted. Like, they are whitewashed. They are very of that era. Like, Pride and Prejudice could happen at dry docks, and we wouldn't have to change much, you know? Just, you'd have to picture all of the people, not Pride and Prejudice, wait. Yeah, Pride and
Gone with the
Prejudice?
Wind?
God with the Wind also could happen
Yeah, I
here.
was thinking Gone.
You just would have to ignore the fact that some people have 4 arms, 4 eyes, and blue. And are blue. But yeah, there is a huge quantity of magic in a very small space in this town somewhere. Like, that is what you are aware of. That is what your detector is saying. That it's doing its little happy dance.
I'm gonna
The
pet
second
it.
thing I need animated from this game is Patagon plushy little happy dance.
That would be adorable. Also, hi, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
Did you save the cat?
I did.
True hero. So we are going into dry dock. So right away, the sandstorm is following right behind you all. So when you get in here, you will be seeing people like going into their homes and shuttering their doors. And there are like multiple people still like standing outside their places long enough to like waving their arms in. You see what appears to be an item shop that have 2 bird brothers that are like welcoming you if you wanted to go in there. You also see what looks like a saloon, and that has a man welcoming you in there as well. Or you could just stay out here and just drive through the sound with a sandstorm following you. I'm also down to turn this into Fast and the Furious.
It's all about family.
Desert Edition.
Well, the sandstorm is a problem for our bikes. We need to put them somewhere.
Yeah. Well, Saloon will have a lot of people who are there sheltering. Drunk people also give information freely sometimes. So I'm for going for the Saloon.
Salute.
Yeah, pretty good place to gather info.
All right, saloon it is.
Are we just like
So-
riding in with the motorcycles?
I think attached to this saloon is a small stable for centipedes. You guys do see centipedes the size of what us in our world, our normal like Earth, call horses. We obviously know that horses are not that size in this world. Horses either come tiny or way too big. That's just factual.
Hmm.
Like, we've set a lot of weird rules about horses in this world.
Let's park him up and get in. Check out this saloon.
I love them.
As you walk in, like, this man is like greeting you. He's like, "Welcome, welcome. I'm Keeper. This is my establishment." All around on the saloon's walls, you see knickknacks, trinkets. Assorted pictures from around the world. And it's just like, "Welcome to Keeper's non-denominational wangs and wets." It's just like, what kind of wets do you want on your wangs?
Well,
It's
what,
like,
what are the options?
we've got a list of them. We've got garlic parmesan. Actually, garlic parmesan probably wouldn't exist. hmm Yeah, it's just like, you know what? I'm turning it on you. What kind of wangs exist? Wangs are definitely some kind of bird wing, for the record. They're definitely like some kind of chicken wing. If you are vegan, they do have cactus wangs. They're also delicious. Because we live in a fantasy world when anything can be anything.
What is this ghost pepper on the menu?
Ah, only the most haunted ghost peppers from the cemetery. We get them hand delivered.
From the cemetery.
Yeah, the cemetery in Sonnery.
Around Sonnery, okay.
Yeah, it's a cool guy. It's like he wears a big old coffin, delivers them constantly.
I got a question for you. Could you just make a sauce if I already hand you some ingredients?
It's like, I mean, this is Keeper's non-denominational Wangs and Wets. The problem is it is still a Wangs and Wets. So I do have to like stick to their menu. It's a chain, you understand. No substitutions.
Even if I pay a little bit more?
It's just like, I mean, here at Keeper's non-denominational Wangs and Wets, we do like to make our patrons happy. What could I do for you? We'll just keep it to ourselves.
She's gonna pull out some of the fan vault mushrooms from Tirlo again.
He's like, the fan vault. He's like points at the menu. It's just like, that's our I'm your biggest fan vault mushroom sauce.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I'll do some of that with the cactus wings.
Absolutely.
And I've tried some weird stuff from Sonnery around Sonnery before. I'll try that ghost pepper.
All right, we got a ghost pepper wet. He looks at Hazel. He's just like, what can I get you? We do have a couple flavors from. And he like looks you up and down. Are you a dendroid squirrel or are you a Arbona's wild squirrel?
Hmm. I'm an indiscriminate squirrel.
He's like, oh, didn't mean to pry, didn't mean to pry, didn't mean to pry.
What's the most popular wing, wang thing you got here?
Oh my god. What is the most popular? The default for me would be to say like buffalo, like something that is that, because that is the best kind of chicken wing, hands down. There's no argument. But this world is weird. So I might say, it's just like the dusted stink flower. Just like, it's delightful. Blue honey barbecue is also a very, very popular choice.
I'll give the first one a try.
Stink flower, stink flower powder.
Yeah.
And he like looks at Isaac. He's like, and what can I get for you, sir?
Blue honey barbecue.
Absolutely, blue honey barbecue. Hazel, this man at some point in time was a criminal. He might not be anymore, but like you know him as not like a terrible guy, like just a bit of a smuggler, a bit of a thief. It's like, you know his reputation. but that's just a thing that you know about him.
Okay.
This is Keeper, notorious second story man, burglar for burglary is his main MO. Has been active around Evil in Sonnery quite a bit, also in Belltown. He is no. Okay, that is all I can give you without you making a roll.
Okay.
But just so you know, if you roll low on this, and just he could be on to you. So like, I'm not telling you you have to make the roll if you don't want to. If you don't want to take the risk.
Take a risk.
All right, absolutely. Give me 2d20 for that then, and we will take the higher. Ooh, 7. So a tough choice. Your tough choice is, when he delivers the food, you can give him a secret symbol that will tell him that he is that you are onto him, but will also put him onto you, but he will be willing to share information for a cost if you need information.
Okay. I'd be willing to do that just to help, figure out what's going on.
What's the symbol you flashed him, or was it a handshake or a...
It's the way she puts her fingers down on the bar top. So she's going to have her pinky extended, middle finger extended, and then her thumb out. So it looks like just 3 fingers are out, and like a pitchfork.
It's like he looks at you and he returns the symbol, and he just like pulls up on the thing, and he like pours all 4 of you a stink flower ale to go with your wangs, your wet wangs. He's like, welcome, welcome, illustrious guests. And she's like, I see that you are with Lockstitch. What brings you out here in such weather?
Well, been hearing some stories about odd things happening out here. Seems kind of like the sandstorms may or may not be connected, but specifically in town, as things don't seem to be quite on the up and up lately. So we're here to try to help out, make things go back to normal.
He's like, he does the thing where he's just like puts a cloth in a cup and just starts cleaning it. Again, I cannot be more clear with everybody on this one. You are at the bar of an Applebee's, basically, having this like legitimate conversation. Like, Hazel the spy is legitimately talking to Keeper the second story man. But we're in an Applebee's, basically. I just need to make sure everybody knows the tone.
No, it's like one of those like LA noir kind of things, right?
It just looks so weird. And he's just like, he's cleaning the cup. He's just like, town's gone a little sideways. Like, I moved in a couple months ago. I never thought this place would be open to a person like me. It's just like, this whole store, this Wangs and Wet, was owned by a nice stone man. He moved up near Virtuoso. It's just like, and then, we got... And, like, he looks around, and he's just like, some good business coming in for anybody in the know. And he flashes the symbol, the pitchfork symbol again. He's just like, Chest has been moving some items through here. He's been moving some stuff through Virtuoso. Like, there's money in it for you. If you guys are looking to do a little work.
See. So you said 2 months back when things were kind of normal, and then all of a sudden weird stuff starting happening, huh?
Weirder stuff started happening, even more like it's like because like we are close enough that it would have just changed for everybody. It's just like, and yeah, I heard you guys, you all running the silver thimble like Lockstitch, like, suddenly just showing up, really weird. But it's just like, if you guys have any spare magical items, I can hook you up with a buyer. They're buying everything and anything.
Just one buyer? There's not multiple? Usually that's a hot commodity. Some, people get a little greedy, especially in our line of work.
That's the thing. The buyer is so big, we're all putting in.
So that's interesting. Now, this is probably where Hazel would kind of look at her comrades here and want their input on what they think they should do, because obviously she's not going to offer items without conferring with them because she's not the boss. She's just a good little squirrel.
I mean, a lot of magical items going to one place.
That seems interesting. He didn't happen to point out where it was, did he?
No, but if we got one buyer, then that's someone who's collecting for a reason, be it for pure greed, personal research, just because they can. But I don't even know if they're collecting, if there's a specific type of item they might be looking for. I don't know if we got it.
So a thing that is to know that you guys would know is during the telethon, the devil Chest, who is recurring character. We know he lives in hell. He is best friends with Simmons. He buys trauma, and he has been buying up every magical item that he can. And he went on the telethon because this game is great, and asked anybody to contact him if they want to buy, if they want to sell magical items to him, and he will pay top dollar. But um, so putting that together, he is saying that somebody in town is buying magical items to sell them to Chest, or will sell them to Chest for you.
Sounds like an individual we'd want to meet.
But what are we going to offer for this person to meet us? We have to have something to put on the table, whether we're, of course, whether we give it to them or not depends on what the trinket is, but we could possibly trace where it's going if we end up giving it up.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be magical. They just have to think it is.
What if we sell them one of these little plushies we're carrying? Just say that it finds magical things for them.
Oh, that would be. That would probably be pretty appealing for somebody wanting to sell. To make money selling magic items.
I'm pretty sure that would also probably cost us our jobs, but
Nothing, literally nothing would cost you your jobs. Like, no, there's that. I was gonna say that's not true, but
Because we could rig up one of ours to maybe spy on who it is.
Okay, okay. I gotcha. Like, it's a magic detector for them, but it's surveillance for you.
Yes.
All right. Kat and Hazel, would you like to make the roll to like modify it?
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys have like the tracker abilities and the like the listening abilities, right?
I
I bel-
have listener.
I believe I have tracker.
And I've got listener.
Absolutely. All right. So Hazel, roll for the tracker, and Kat, roll for the listener. So we've got the listener working. Tracker. I do want to just take the higher. I want them both to succeed.
I was gonna
So-
say,
Okay.
if you didn't, I also have the track ability from the Ranger, so I was willing to,
Oh, yeah, sure.
if that would help.
You give me a roll
Yeah.
too. Give me a roll.
Go for it.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
There you go.
Well, no, I want to use my track ability.
Well, yeah, fucking yeah, roll it. All right. So, by all means, everybody, and yeah, Warlord, take that as a 20. What is this thing capable of now? Does it just detect magic? Did we remove the corruption parts from it?
Yes, because we just want them to think that this is a really cool looking, cute tracker that gets them more, kind of points them in the right direction. The devices that we're putting in are just going to look like normal little cogs to it that if they were to open it up, they would have really no idea what the heck they're looking at, unless they captured one of us and tortured us. But you know, it's going to look like just a normal device to them. They're not going to know any better.
Right? Yeah, and it is perfect. Everyone, they will not be able to tell. And I think Keeper behind the bar is just like, I can get you a meeting with the sheriff if you're interested. She's the one doing all the buying, so I mean, if you have something of interest, just cut me in stuff to just 10%, and then a car horn.
Say a car horn?
No, a car honked at the
Oh.
exact same time, like right as
Oh,
me.
okay.
It's just like,
So I'm like, I can go out and grab one off the bike.
yeah, that'd be great. I'll take one. And it's like, oh,
Do you want the airbags with that or not? No, it's just like
oh my god, you guys, your motorcycles have airbags.
we're gonna do that for flotation reasons.
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay.
They're getting too multi-purpose.
It's just like, what is
The Swiss Army bikes of the group.
It's just like, and then it's just like, you grab one, you break it in half, and it just becomes that weapon from Devil May Cry 4 or 5. It's just like, see, we're even fighting with them. It's like, fold it back. It's just like, it's also a convenient grill.
And it makes great coffee.
The scene at the beginning of Disney's Aladdin, where like
It
Robin Williams
slices,
is
it
like,
dices, and makes
exactly
Julian
that.
fries. It will not break. It will not. It broke.
Like that is like how I'm imagining Kat is like trying to sell these fucking mopeds next time we see her. Not mopeds, just they're dirt bikes, but for some reason they're also everything else.
They can even drive on water.
Dirt kites.
No.
Dirt bikes.
Dirt kites. Oh god.
Alright, so, like, just to get us to the next scene. This is Alara. And she's as you go in, she's, hello, I hear you have something that might be of interest to me.
Yeah, we've heard on the grapevine, sorry, that you are you're looking for magic items.
It's like, that is most certainly true. You see her like look over Isaac and give Isaac the once over and be like, could offer a pretty penny for some of the stuff you got there.
You want to buy him?
Not, well, no, not his body. You. It, like, he has a magical item or two on him.
Oh, I was gonna say he's a top quality, piece of meat. Of course you would want to buy him, but
It's like,
Ow.
he's not for sale.
I'm
not
sorry.
like, I'm not debating that. It's just like, we don't buy people here. It's like, we might do some low down stuff, but people are people.
That's good to know. That's really good to hear. So, that's
She
not what we're
actually-
actually offering.
She's like, I haven't heard anything about the Lockstitch crew buying people. You don't, correct?
Nah,
We don't.
I was just pulling
No.
your leg.
Good. Jokes. I'm good at jokes.
Well,
I do
this
comedy
thing.
now and then.
Oh, well, this won't be a joke for you, although it won't look like one, but bear with us here. We've got this really cool device that will actually detect magical items.
She's like, we too have devices that detect magical items. They're a little cumbersome, and like you see, she points to it's almost the size of a grandfather clock. It is the size of a grandfather clock. But do you know those really old they could tell the weather. What's the
Or
word?
the
I'm looking-
barometers.
Yeah,
A
like
weather
it's a
thing?
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a huge barometer.
Ah, so you're dealing with some really hard to carry tech then. What if we could make this easier for you?
And she just like turns and like, go on. I love the fact that this like she sits down, like very similar to like the way that what's that show, the Shark Tank.
So, Hazel's gut pulls away her cloak and reveals the cute little penguin. It's like, now you're gonna laugh, but there's a reason it's this way.
It's like
It's,
she looks. I know this is Idris, by the way. Idris looks at it, and he's just like, "Is that Patagon?"
We turned him into a marketable plushie.
yeah, we made him a plushie.
Sky watch Patagon every time he's on. I've never once missed an episode. Alara has no idea who Patagon is. She doesn't watch TV.
Now I just want to switch on the demo mode and let it do its dance and everything for him.
Oh, Idris would love that.
Okay, yeah, totally, flips on the demo mode, sets the little thing down and says, here you go. When Patagon just does his little dance.
Idris loses his mind. He can't stand it. This is the greatest day of his life. And he's just like, how much money do I think he has? What can he offer you? He said, what are you asking for this?
Well, Cat, what do these things go for again? I forget. We were kind of going back and forth on what we were going to sell these for.
Hmm. Let's see now. We gotta make a profit on it.
And cost of
And-
labor, testing.
And the electronics to make it move.
Oh, and the
Let's see.
sounds.
Oh, and the sounds. Recorded from actual penguins.
Mm-hmm. That took some effort, man. That was like days out there recording that.
Is this... Wait, is it from an actual penguin or is it like a... Is this Patagon? Did you...
Is
this
Pentagon not an actual penguin?
No, Patagon is an actual penguin. But, like...
There's the realist mode, and then there's Patagon mode.
Oh.
Oh. I like that, yeah.
Yeah. You two both roll me 2d20 and take the highest. That one is so
Oh,
rough,
no.
though.
Double ones. Nearly.
Oh.
No, her roll did come out. Oh, that was weird. I saw it. I realize now that I was holding down control for me and Nika's little conversation about Tessa's roll. Okay. Okay. I do not want this to fail. Not really. So, but I do need to, like, hand out ones for what they are, because, like, that's the only way ones continue to be fun.
Mm.
So, I think 100% they get the better of you on this deal. At some point, as you guys are talking about the materials that are in it, and they're just like, well, I mean, it does all sound great, but I mean, it's just like, you know, we don't have a ton in liquidity right now. A lot of our stuff is in motion, as you understand. And Idris, like, does the thing where he pulls out the, like, green see-through visor and a little notepad and one of those tiny little pencils. And he's just like, we just don't really have it in the books. We really just can't afford another major expense right now. It's just like, we could offer you maybe a trade, but it would just... We could offer you one item out of the vault in exchange for this, if that sounds fair. It's more than fair, actually. It's really a steal. And at some point, you two realize they got the better of you in the deal.
Ah. Shoot.
But it's anything from the vault?
Any one thing from the vault, yes.
We'd have to per se see what is offered in the vault.
Of course, of course. We would never expect you to sell it without knowing what you're getting in return.
Well, yeah, we have to do our own inspections.
Isaac,
Mm-hmm.
while this conversation is happening, like, this is just more for, like, comedy than anything else. Like, you and Vulpa both see, like, a group of people, like, walking, carrying boxes, like, down the hallway to the left out of an open door. And the camera would show, like, people taking all the best stuff out of the vault before you guys get in there.
It did pull one over on us.
Let me.
I like to think that this whole time they were only marketing the plush as a plush. They didn't mention anything about the detecting part.
You just forgot.
Because we haven't even gotten to that part.
It's so marketable for plushie, though.
So look at his, like, he's got 3 distinct dances. He's got 2 modes, Penguin and Patagon.
With the optional mic accessory.
Yeah, it's basically a Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, it is.
As a plushie, this thing must cost a fortune to make.
It's just so swindled. No matter what's in this vault, nothing is worth as much as this item is. And maybe that is just to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they are about to make so much money based on, like, the amount of, like, treasure hunting they are going to do with this. Or, you know,
Well, yeah, they're gonna think it, but we're still gonna know where they are.
that is true. You'll know if they're ever acting against you guys.
Yep.
And, like, she is never going to let this thing go. Like, she's always going to be carrying this. Like, Alara, like, you guys can track her. I don't think she's a big bad, but, like, she could evolve into it. But yeah, here is the vault. And all 4 of you magical detectors are telling you that thing is the most magical thing in this room. It is basically pulling in magic. Like, compared to everything else in this room, that is so fucking magical.
Like, what's the snow globe do? I think Hazel would be like play dumb and be like, ooh, and try to shake it to see if it's actually a snow globe.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
I oh what? Oh, fucking my voice just went. I honestly think it is a captured wisp. It I think it is like almost a it is a snow globe. It is the pure element of a snowstorm inside a jar. And Alara's just like, it is. Oh, it's great. It's so beautiful. It's not good. Nice centerpiece. There was a very wealthy man in Alto that had this, sitting right in the middle of his room. It is said that if you shake it up, and it's like she really shakes it up, you guys notice this entire room drop temperature like 5 degrees really fast. She basically turned on the AC.
Finally, someone did it.
I love it.
Then it is a deal, and she hands out, like, she puts her hand out in one hand. She puts one hand out to shake, and she's holding the Patagon plushie in the other.
It's a deal.
And she looks over and she's like, Xander, wrap this up for our kind guests. And this is Xander. He picks it up and he starts wrapping it in like tissue paper for you.
Just feels like a Hallmark store now.
I have a quick question.
I'm sorry, we don't give gift receipts.
No, this is for GM.
Okay, excellent.
I was gonna ask, how confident was I that those boxes had like more valuable magic items?
Each of those boxes definitely have something in there.
Okay.
You can know that for sure. They wouldn't be. Oh, you mean the ones that they were walking out with?
Yeah, the ones that they were walking out with.
That's just comedy. You guys wouldn't know because she rolled a 1.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, you all have this. You feel like the whole building starting to shake as the sandstorm is getting significantly worse. All of you's corruption detectors would definitely be detecting corruption outside of the city limits. Like, but she is just like very happily staring at this at her new toy. She's very excited about it, and it's not warning her about the corruption. But yeah, it's like for a fact, just because your characters are intelligent, you guys are all smart. Um, this this will lure it. Like it wants this. If you get this thing close to it, it's gonna grow.
Okay. Well, I think we need to pack this lovely thing up and get it out of here. What do you guys think?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay. Who's gonna be the carrier?
I want it.
Okay. The tribute has volunteered.
She is shaking it as soon as she's getting it.
Cools right down. Oh, it's so nice.
A new hand touches the beacon.
Nika
Here's
said, "Fuck off,
Perk looking around, just like, what was that?
just hate everything."
I couldn't help myself.
All right, so we have the magical item that will power this thing up, and also, I think regarding this particular magical item, in case you guys are like people in the chat are worried that we are about to like feed an elemental to the corruption to make the corruption bigger, and like it's not like a sentient thing. Like this is like I would never like just like offer just a sacrifice situation. This is just straight magic and it will recover. So as long as we don't like feed the whole thing to it, we can keep the AC snow globe.
So as long as we don't like
Nice.
swap the pearl and put this in its place.
I mean that could be a fucking plan. That's a wild idea, but all right.
Oh.
So Vulpa's got it. And I do think like it's not like it doesn't need to be on that huge pedestal. Like it is basically the size of a snow globe, like Hazel said it was. And it was small enough that Hazel could shake it. So I know it's not like a bowling ball size or anything. Not that Hazel couldn't lift a bowling ball. So what's the plan? We just driving out there?
I think the plan is to get it away from the people because the last thing we want is Dry Dock being destroyed by a sandstorm, raging sandstorm that's corrupted, and a clamshell that's like trying to be Pac-Man. So get it back out into the desert away from everybody and then figure things out as we go.
All right. No, like this is great. I love this. Where are we fighting it?
Maybe like here-ish?
Okay, in the hills?
You can give us a little bit of a maybe mitigate the blindness a little bit if we have a little bit of height.
Absolutely. That really works out for me because I have a map.
One of the few times Alan has a map for every occasion and doesn't have to instantly make a whole new map.
All right. So 1 second. You all know it's coming. You don't just know it's coming, you know which direction it's coming. You guys have plenty of time to set traps or do whatever you need. What is your prep looking like? And you guys can go scout to go see it from a distance. It is kind of like there is a sandstorm out there, so you'd have to tell me how you look through the sandstorm.
Well, I do have some ideas. I think first thing I want to do is I want to just like get. Oh, that's the bike. Going to get off the bike for a little bit, and want to cast like the illusory creature to create like a little second Vulpa.
All right, absolutely.
And I'm gonna hand the snow globe to the little less important Vulpa.
Secondary Vulpa. Redundant Vulpa.
Vulpa that will be sacrificed to the clan Vulpa.
Expendable.
Expendable. I was about to say.
What is my purpose, master? And
Serve
it's just,
butter.
The severance package Vulpa.
and then, yeah, I think actual Vulpa's gonna kind of like climb up here and look, try to get a vantage on it.
Yeah, for sure. Hazel, Isaac, Cat, what you guys got?
So I was debating on trying to use bricolage and see if I could make a periscope tall enough to see over the cloud, but the dust storm, but I don't think so.
What does it say that it does? Sorry.
It says your skills of improvisation are unparalleled when you're in a room with everyday objects. You may hastily craft one of the following: a poison trap, periscope. That's all quest lists.
I think like a periscope is perfectly fine. Like I think you could build one like that goes like into the sand, like just up high enough. Oh, wait, is it low enough? How do we get?
A periscope doesn't have to be underwater.
That's true. It can be just for a sandstorm. Do you dismantle your motorcycle to do this?
I need pipes. Might have to take off the kite.
You know what? 1,000% yes. Give me 2d20. It's like that 18 definitely works. You see it coming. Absolutely. This periscope works amazing. It's like it's up over the sandstorm and like looking down. This thing's big, by the way.
Oh, that thing's big.
Feed me, Seymour.
Oh, good lord.
It's not on you guys yet, but you see it coming, like, and it is just like doing the like, it slams its clam, it slams its clam shut, and that's how it's moving. So I guess it's moving backwards. Yeah, it's coming at your butt first.
It's like a squid.
Scooting. It's scooting. It'd really suck if we had to make it turn.
But you see it Um, it is coming this direction. It is heading directly for that magical item. Yeah. Hazel and Isaac, what does your prep look like?
Hmm. Hmm. I'm thinking.
So I got a question. With the feather hook, that makes things lighter, or what does it do exactly again?
It. Let's see, where is it? It basically makes a magic grappling hook that glides itself upwards like a balloon. You can tie any length of rope to the hook.
What if we grappled it and tied it somewhere so it gives us more time?
Okay, absolutely. You could hold it
I
in
mean,
place.
technically it's also magical, so it would be technically feeding off of it. So we could like clamp it down to something and let it kind of struggle for a bit while we buy more time.
So set up a rope trap for it.
Yeah, like kind of just buy us more time to kind of get away while it's still feeding, while not fully giving it what it wants.
That is a great idea.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
So like the two of us can create like a net, in a sense, like a trap, to slow it down while still feeding it. And then it's still kind of feeding off of our little snow globe, our portable AC, while we're still getting away, so it's still growing.
So we could have it grapple from where Vulpa is right now, up in the air, and if we're not intending on fighting it and just letting it feed to make it bigger,
Hmm.
if we have a sharpshooter, they can try and shoot the rope shoot the rope that's tying it to the rocks and let it float away.
Yeah,
Hey, how you doing?
We don't know
Take
where
that.
the balloon's gonna go, though. That could be a problem.
be like the house and Up, but it's a clamshell.
I'm fucking here for it. All right. So we're binding it up and then dropping it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. 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 Yep.
That didn't
Sounds.
caustic.
Can each one of you give me 2d20? And this is not for any specific thing. This is to accomplish your part of the plan. It's like, mm-hmm.
2 20s.
very nice.
Okay. So I'm gonna go from low to high on this one. Hazel, when you shoot the feather hook over it, it does happen to just lash out and to like scuttle really fast. It is going to be incredibly strong, obviously, and like yank you very hard. Um, you can hold on to it, like the rest of the plan will go off without a hitch, but the one main thing is it is going to break your arm. Like your arm will be just straight up broken, and anytime you have to do something physically until you fix that arm, like, you have to roll 2d20 and take the lower.
Yeah, I'll hold on so the plan succeeds.
All right. What kind of break was it? Like, how did it happen?
So when she got jerked back because she was stiffening her arm, the draw back and then the jerk forward created probably a compound fracture.
Cheer Squad is gonna make what those guys do amazing. But like, we're still gonna take that arm break.
Yep.
It's like, it is like on it, just set. All right, Kat. You see Hazel holding on, and you hear that arm break, but she does not let go. Your part of the plan succeeded. What did your part look like?
Okay. Hmm. We were doing the feather hook. Where's the feather hook attached to right now, or have
I
we
think you
attached
guys
it
are.
yet?
It's like, yeah, you tell me. Like, how are you looping them around it? Like, what's that looking like?
Hmm. Yeah, I think Cat's gonna hop on the bike and just ride around in a circle and wrap it up in the rope.
Absolutely. And then it was we were ballooning it. Like, the feather hooks were attached to. Does the feather hooks just float?
Technically, yes.
Or were we attaching them to the kites that are on the back of the motorcycles? Either
Could
one is
technically
hilarious.
do you could technically do both because the hooks would float it and then the kite would actually, with the wind that it's creating, it would just suck that sucker up into the sky.
We don't want to break the motorcycles kites
True.
because we do want to take them back in the most kick-ass style. So I'd rather us not, like, I know I just said it, but I'm like, no. It's gonna work without them because I want you
Yeah,
guys to
because they'll
drive a
still
motorcycle
float.
off. Yeah, right. I want you guys to drive a motorcycle off a cliff, like, so bad. I want to freeze frame while you guys are like on your way down.
Hope that freeze frame includes a nat 1 on screen.
Cool explosion in the background, but it's just us falling off of our bikes.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Absolutely. So, all right, because Isaac's is the last part, because we know he's shooting it down. Vulpa, what's it look like? Like, I assume the fake one is just like driving, feeding all of that magic, but like,
So, she's probably been hanging out around like Soki a little bit too much because her harebrained idea was to use the storm's wind and have it, the fake one fly around it with the snow globe. Like
yeah,
actually
I'm
riding
down.
the sandstorm with the
100%. The motorcycle has a kite on it. We know about it.
Yeah, so she was wanting to use it. Just gonna rev up, jump off one of the dunes, and just start flying. And probably just like keeping it distracted in the air, driving circles around it, feeding it.
Absolutely. As like, it's, yeah, it's a 20. So, and it's a cheer squad. It goes, the copy goes in its mouth and it snaps shut, but like at the last second you see it come out the other side, and that's when like Cat's like circling it, and like we've bound its mouth shut right there, so now it can't even do anything. And now it's just dangling in the sky, and like, yeah, the screen, once again, would show just a radiant silver energy, like a drop in a bucket situation, like a ripple effect going out. Caustic K gets cold chills. Not everybody, like a lot of people get. What's the opposite of cold chills? Like hot flashes?
Yeah, hot
That's-
flashes.
Absolutely, yeah. So you all just suddenly get like a wave of just like those who lean adventurous get hot flashes. Those who lean skeptic, like a little bit more like worried about it, cold chill. But everybody here, like you, in the background, it almost sounds like you just hear somebody shout adventure. Isaac, what was your part of this plan?
Apparently shooting it down. Like once it's high enough or whatever, just shoot the ropes and let it fall.
So where's it aimed to land on? Is there like another sharp rock? Like, well, Vulpa's on the big sharp rock. Right?
I mean,
Vulpa needs to run.
and it's just the Vulpa on the bike just kind of comes by and she hops onto it as it's picking her
Oh
up.
yeah, absolutely.
Pull out the
1000%.
sunglasses when you do that.
This is my favorite part. Takes a second, but he can do a backflip eventually. Then they land on a rail that somehow became there, and they just grind across it.
Perfect.
One Vulpa's on the handlebars, not even like riding like behind.
Which Vulpa is which, we'll never know.
Like temporary Vulpa was pretty cool on that motorcycle. And then yeah, as it drops under its own weight, it just like gets impaled on this giant rock. And you guys do see it just like it's huge and like very powerful. Like that didn't kill it, although let me be clear, you guys don't have a lot more work to do, you know what I mean? Like that you just wrecked it pretty hard. In the spirit of corrupted creatures, we know that we have to break parts off of it before it dies if you want to keep it. In the spirit of adventure, and what you said earlier, Vulpa, inside you do see a giant pearl, an iridescent but ominous looking object.
Shiny.
And like it has broken, like it being impaled broke the binds around its mouth, but it is still like lashing out. It can't move anywhere though. You guys have it pinned, literally. But yeah, if you want to finish it off, you guys have like just tell me how you doing it. If you want that pearl, those you got to tell me how you doing and make those rolls.
You gotta steal that pearl, man.
Definitely going for the pearl.
Well, you do have an expendable clone.
Yeah, but she's holding the orb. I mean,
You can take it back and just send that one in.
No, at this
I
point,
mean-
we're doing Mario Kart Double Dash here. We're together now.
One of them just pulls out a turtle shell.
Yeah, like a blue one or a red one. Damn those shells.
I mean, its mouth is kind of looking pretty rampy. I think we
it
could.
definitely landed on an incline for sure.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try and catch it off guard and just run at it and try and jump in the air, do like flip tricks and try and just grab it.
Man, if you get a 20 on that roll, it better be the star. The Mario star. Invincible star.
Oh shit, that'd be really cool. All right. Roll me
Nice.
2d20. Take the higher.
Now you said that. It's gonna be a 1.
All right. So it's a tough choice. What are we thinking for this?
We could do an Indiana Jones thing.
Yeah, swap the items.
Okay. All right. Like swap the like you realize, all right, so you get in. And the tough choice is it's very obvious. Like you know that you cannot get out of this with the pearl because its reflex is going to be that it's going to close instantly. The second you touch it, it's going to close. But if you and your clone do it at the same time, then you can switch it out. Oh, Nika says swap it for a Patagon plushie. I thought we were swapping it with this like snow globe.
That's up to them. We just said swap it. We didn't say with what.
Yeah.
This is true.
Pan the plushie in a dance mode.
So yeah, there's your tough choice. And the way that this is going to be a tough choice is the second you do that, the Patagon plushie is going to become corrupted, and that is going to give the monster that they have to fight on Sunday magical detection powers. That's why it's a tough choice. You can either keep your AC snow globe, and you can have this pearl that and this pearl is going to work like the Mario Kart star, as Hazel said. That's just how it's going to work. Like you can spend 6 AP and you turn invincible, but anything you physically come into contact with, any living creature you physically come into contact with, takes 6 damage for 15 seconds.
Yeah, we're doing this.
We're Patagon plushing it.
Yeah, goodbye, plushie. We left with 4, we're returning with 2.
I'm just worried that this clam monster's gonna turn into a freaking giant plushie now. Kaiju plushie.
Like, it slams closed after Vulpa leaves. And, you see that impact was enough to send, its shell's already cracked. You guys dropped it from the sky on top of a, fucking... It's not a stalagmite or a stalactite if it's, in the desert. What's that? What? Starts with an M, maybe? I lost it. The name of, stone formations in the desert.
I mean, I know Mesa, but that's more of an entire collection of them.
A spire?
I guess just like a stone. Yeah, you dropped it on a stone spire. And yeah, it just starts crumbling away into the dust that we've seen happen before. And yeah, Sunday's group You guys did amazing with the feeding it the magic because you rolled a natural 20 and then did fucking stunts all over it. So the adventure and the cheer squad. Yeah, you actually hold on. What do I think the number wise? Because I've got a pool that I'm pulling from. It has X HP as the corruption all around you. But you guys did so much adventurous shit this time. I really feel like. Yeah, I think Saturday's game is going to be real easy for Blueberries and Nameless, which is good. Not Nameless? Blueberries and Simmons. Never mind. Simmons. All right. So yeah, you all blew this to hell.
So we have 5 men.
Nobody panic. Nameless is in Saturday's game.
Throne panic.
Some people should probably panic. Nameless is in that game. I feel like it would be very in character for some of you to panic.
I'm getting the popcorn.
Or she would.
As we're driving off, I'm just gonna drop a banana peel behind us.
I will make Mario Kart as fucking magical weapons. We have bicycles based on Paperboy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's like everybody that was in one of the games can throw magical newspapers as projectile weapons when they're riding their. 3 of them have bicycles, and 1 of them has a cool skateboard. You gotta say cool skateboard, though. So, are we just heading right back to the Silver Thimble now? You did exactly what you need to do.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, since you guys are out here just hauling ass, I do need you each to roll me 2d20. And everybody takes the higher except for Hazel, who has to take the lower to jump motorcycles off of a cliff and then hit a freeze frame.
Before we do that, I had to disassemble the kite to make the periscope, so I'm going to disassemble the periscope.
Did Isaac's kite break?
To rebuild the kite. Oh no.
I guess.
And
those
I would like to think
about how well they've been repaired.
I was going to say, I would like to think because I've assembled it and disassembled it a couple times now, I've figured it out a little better. And I can attempt to repair Isaac's bike as well.
That's fair. I fully support that. I think you don't even have to make a roll for that or anything. I think Isaac's bike just works. You figured out exactly what the problem was. So yeah. Give me 2d20s, everybody. Isaac got the hang of it. It had nothing to do with it was just a messed up machine. Cat, of course.
Oh my god.
I mean, doubles in Mario Party is really good, right?
So tough choice for Tess. Okay. Oh. Absolutely. So Tess, you can Do this, no problem. You got this. You guys are gonna land on the streets of the Silver Thimble. And basically, like, there is gonna be an air, like, there's a vibe in the air of just, like, success. They've heard about your success before, like, as you were coming. People are already talking about this. And not like a full parade, but they've seen you coming, and they're, like, ready to celebrate as you land. Like, everybody in the Silver Thimble applauding. Now, your tough choice is, and, like, this is kind of how do you want to be viewed? Do you want to land stoically on your motorcycle, like wave, shake everybody's hand situation, like everybody that's out there cheering you guys on, or do you want to land like not? Do you want to like everybody to see the fact that you're in pain, and they will come and like they will like administer aid to you right now, like, or you can make everybody look badass, and it's gonna be really great propaganda for the Silver Thimble. But all you need to do is your arm's gonna be broken in the next game you play.
Oh, I'll do the stoic landing.
Nice. Linear, what does it look like? No, wait, sorry, real fast. Cat, you landed solidly, of course. Solid 16 landing. A lot of people are like watching you. The whole street is just like full of people. Are you selling these commercially yet?
I think so. We've had them long enough that I've got a stock built up. I'm selling, and I have the shop open in what was it?
In Haven? Yeah.
Himno?
Haven.
Haven. That's what it was.
Let me get it.
Excuse me.
So yeah, I think so. So when I land, I'm gonna wave, start revving the engine, just make a bit of a show about it.
It's just like you just did so much good. I can't say that word. I'm not even gonna try. Good advertisement. I can never say the other one. Starts with a P, but I can't do it.
Propaganda.
Publicity. Publicity.
Close enough.
All right, Isaac. Finally, the kite's not messing up. You can finally show everybody how good you are, like actually flying this thing. How you feeling?
Pretty damn good. Somehow, because just it was clearly the kite that was messed up, and even now it's still a tiny bit messed up. It almost topples over, but he turns into a backflip and lands perfectly.
I like everybody's just like cheering on. It's just like Stefan like peeks out of a ramen shop. Just like applause, like oily applause. Moist applause.
Moist.
You made it worse.
That was Nika's fault. She said it first. Oh. Vulpa, though. You were about to crash and die, both of you.
Oh, 100%.
Like that was going to happen. And then some vibe of adventure came over you, and it came over strong. Like it turned like adventure turned this from a 3 to a 20. So what does that look like?
Well, I think, she probably was I think she's using the pearl she just got to make herself invincible because, she's about to just die. But then,
You could like that sounds adventurous as fuck. Just crash this motorcycle in the middle of town.
Where's that music coming from?
like she just lands like invulnerable, like I guess knocks a few people to the side. Just glowing with like the magic of the.
You see an oily jaguar get thrown away like a Goomba. Just like, he's just flying upside down over a building.
I don't know what I don't remember what the track is. That's like a downtown city, but she's basically she's just racing at this point.
Like people diving out of the way. Oh, it's got to end with an Akira slide though. It has to.
Oh yeah.
I think just like as a huge round of applause, there are definitely, and the camera would show this, like the sounds of like News Channel 6 like taking photos of like that happening, but like adventure.
Yeah, no, like I mean, she basically comes like she does like the whole like Akira slide like right in front of like the Lockstitch entrance.
Kick the kickstand down. One of you hops off the handlebars, the other one's just like gets off.
Do a hair flip.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, they like both do in opposite directions.
Oh yeah, synchronized. Yeah, that is where you end a successful game with a Akira slide and hair flip. So, just fucking, just like you do. It's like the guy that was selling cabbage fish. You hit his cart too, on the way down.
They just all go flying into the air.
He just drops to his knees.
My cabbages.
That poor guy. Just every time we're in town, we're just gonna wreck that dude's stuff.
Oh, Vanna's comment's funny. We're taking out a bunch of pedestrians that just get a one-up sound.
It's like a mushroom appears above your head, but it's just the same mushrooms you've been collecting. It's like, oh, delicious. You've been eating too many of them. Yeah, it's screen fucking like it's you for slow motion walking into Lockstitch. Very 80s guy, 16 candles. Breakfast Club, you know. Old. And yeah, with that, unless there was anything else any of you wanted to do right now, I think that ends today's game. Like, obviously Hazel needs to go get her arm looked at, as she has a compound fracture that she only made worse by
For Thunderclaw play this card.
stiff upper
Inside
lip in it.
information for Sunday. We'll talk, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure, man. We'll talk. And with that, so today we went to we went to Dry Docks and we learned that we can launch our motorcycles through the catapults, but we also have kites attached to these. We can do motorcycles with kites now. I'm gonna make those just like a thing you guys can take out if you want to. Like, I feel like we've done plenty of work that we can just start doing that. And there. But you guys went to Dry Docks, you parachuted in, well, kited in, showed up, ended up at non-denominational Keeper's Wings and Wets, invented some wets and some wangs, gave a clear pirate a way of identifying where magical items are, so that she can add to her supply. I'm sure she's just buying it, though. I'm sure that's the only way she's getting magical items. But in return, you also did totally plant a bug on her, so anything she says and anything you are tracking her, as long as she has the Patagon plushie on her.
She probably
Also,
sleeps with it.
she probably sleeps with it. It's very cute. Actually, Ibis might. Not Ibis. Ibris. Would she give it to Ibris? She probably would. She is.
No, he'd
somewhat
probably
of a-
like sneak it from her every once in a while, like, oh, my
Idris is
plushie.
like, Idris like stealing it.
Yeah, just petting it, having tea parties with it or something.
Nothing creepy. Just like a 100%. Just like she'll walk in on him like doing Patagon's voice. It's like, welcome to the Patagon show with Idris of Dry Docks. It's like, what brings you out here? It's just like, and then he just fully interviews himself.
Has his own like Jimmy Kimmel going.
Yeah, the full thing. He's actually like done it even kind of creepier, where he records the episodes and then just like stitches out. No, I don't want him to be like a creepy stalker. I just think he really respects Patagon's work in the entertainment field.
It's like a fanboy with like the poster,
Right,
the
like,
cup, the t-shirt, you know, like I'm a fan.
but still respectful, like a little bit pushing the line, but you know. And then, so you did that. You got scammed, where they got the better of the deal, even with it being a bug. Like, you guys just got a orb, like it's a snow globe. Literally, when you shake it, it cools off the area that you're in. It has a raw elemental inside of it. And then you went out and beat the shit out of a giant clam. Just fucking murdered it. Tied it to the sky and then dropped it on a spire. Then stunts. It's like, we know Vulpa's really good at kite-based motorcycling. And then jumped off a cliff, and Akira slid her way back onto the silver thimble. So, like, yeah. And there we go. That is the recap for today's game. Did I miss anything important?
I don't think so.
No, you got it.
And with that, remember tomorrow's game starts an hour early, so we're starting at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But it's not going to run long or anything. It's going to be a shorter game because it's going to end at around the same time. All right, thank you guys, and goodbye forever.
Goodbye forever.
Bye.
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 Born as a smith, here I forged my new home, protecting the crews amongst destiny's throes. Which is the right path that I value more? My tinkerer's tools or my magical form? In the danger, don't know what comes next, weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown. Tracker of wolf folk, cursed with a plight, to embrace the darkness or chase the moonlight. Loyalty binds me to all I hold dear, eager to help, I'll embrace every fear. In the danger, don't know what comes next, weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadow and light, marching through valleys deep and wide, carving our fate and finding our home in this world unknown. Bound to ceramic, a ghost of what was, a yearn for the path to break free from my curse. Brave in the face of all my hidden strife. Forward I journey to seek a new life. In the danger, don't know what comes next. Weaving my way with each step. On the path we wander through shadows.